Well, I just got back from watching the second Sonic movie and I really enjoyed it. Though technically this was actually my second time watching it in full. You see, before the movie was about to release worldwide, I heard that there were a few leaks going on, and I'm not going to be delving into spoilers just yet, but basically I got curious about the post-credit scene, so I looked it up, and I ended up getting myself spoiled. Yeah, I looked up Sonic 2 leaks, found a legitimate one, and got disappointed that I spoiled myself. Go figure. So I kinda torrented a cam rip just to watch the entire movie for myself, because I didn't want to have the rest of it spoiled. Honestly, Paramount's really fucking stupid for releasing it a week ahead of time in different countries, because that's really not fun to wait, man. I mean, that kind of release schedule is just prone for leaks to happen. But apart from the cam rip, I did go see it for a second time theatrically, and upon getting to watch it for a second time, and you know, in good quality, I really liked it. I guess pre-spoilers, talking about the stuff I liked, I thought Idris Elba fucking killed it as Knuckles. Seriously, I couldn't help but smile every time there was a scene with Knuckles. And hearing Idris Elba's voice come out of him just made me so happy. He really gave Knuckles a cool oomph to his voice again. I have missed that voice for so long. No offense to Dan Green, Travis Willingham, and the others, but I got really fucking tired of the gruffy voice. When it came to Colleen as Tails, I already liked her fine enough in the games, and I was pretty surprised to see her appear at the end of the first movie, and I was really happy to hear that they were keeping her for the sequel. She was a solid voice for Tails, and she did a great job in this movie. Whereas I was just happy hearing Idris Elba as Knuckles, hearing Colleen voice Tails in this movie was just adorable. The characterization between these two was just perfect all around. When it came to Ben Schwartz, I thought he was good. Again, this is a different portrayal of Sonic, so it's not really going to be like the games. So as a continuation of the first movie, I enjoyed the arc that Sonic went through. And Ben Schwartz really owns up to the role. It's really great, and honestly I'm happy he's voicing Sonic in these movies. Jim Carrey was excellent. I'd say he's even better in this movie than he was the first time. Like, I already thought he was pretty fun in the first movie, but the second one, he's just unhinged, and it's a lot of fun. I'm not sure if he even played the games himself or did research on how to play Robotnik before this, but with the way this interpretation of the character is written, Jim Carrey really does a solid job. And he's having so much fun, I can't help but smile every time I see him. If I had any flaws with this movie, well, I guess when it came to the jokes, like yeah, Sonic cracks cringy jokes and whatnot, but I mean, it fits for this version of the character. But I guess some of the jokes I just didn't like were the fart jokes. Like, why do they put fart jokes in these movies? I don't get it. Like, is that just a weird mandate from Paramount that you have to put at least 1 or 2 fart jokes in a kid's movie? I don't get it. Also, the other human characters, besides Agent Stone, who I loved, didn't really get a lot of attention. They come off more as background characters in this movie. I mean, I don't mind at all. Like, no offense to actors like Tika Sumpter and James Marsden, but seeing how they were pretty major characters in the first movie, it does seem a bit weird for them to have such little attention in the sequel. So I can kind of see where some critics are coming from when they say that the movie doesn't really focus on the humans that much. But obviously, as a Sonic fan, and I guess anyone else on planet Earth, you go see a Sonic movie for Sonic, and you see Sonic's friends on the poster and in the trailers. It's pretty logical to assume that the movie's gonna mostly focus on, you know, Sonic and his friends. So I don't really get the criticism of how it focuses too much on Sonic. Like, I don't know, that just doesn't make any sense to me. There's also the pacing issue I had with the first movie, but here it was handled a little better. It was written by the same 2 people from the first movie, but there was also a third writer who I think co-wrote the Lego Batman movie, which I never saw. So I'm not sure if he had a hand in pacing the movie better, but hey, I did hear good things about that Lego Batman movie, so maybe that was his doing. That's all I have to say about the general movie without spoiling anything. So going this way forward, I'm going to be talking about the spoilers in the movie. I'm also going to be using screenshots from the cam rip for better reference. So if you don't want to be spoiled, skip to this point in the video. Alright, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. I really like that Knuckles had a huge presence in this movie. Like, you literally see him in the first 5 or 10 minutes. The trailers kind of made it seem like you weren't going to see him until like halfway through the movie, so I like that he had a bigger role. Though I'm really not a fan of how Robotnik made that Ugandan Knuckles reference. I'm not even sure if that was intentional. I hope not. It was weird seeing Longclaw get a scene in this movie. She had such little presence in the first movie, and by that I mean she just appeared at the beginning and then seemingly got killed off. So her getting a scene as a hologram was pretty surprising. I'm not really sure what this is trying to imply. Maybe they're trying to set up that she's probably going to come back in Sonic Movie 3, and she's going to reunite with Sonic and pull the whole, "Wow, Sonic, I'm alive. You should come home with me now that everything's okay." And then Sonic just looks back at Tom the Cop and he's just like, "No, Longclaw, this is my home now." And then she lets him stay there because that's the cliche. I was really happy they worked in the Echidna Tribe thing from the games. That's so fucking cool. Like, the first movie didn't really have a lot of references to the games. That didn't come until later after test screening and after that fucking awful first trailer. So a lot of the game references that you saw in the first movie were mostly made in post. But with the second movie, they were able to properly work it in. And I think it's really cool. Though I do wonder if the first movie came out the way it was originally going to, and it still somehow got a sequel, it makes me wonder how that Sonic 2 would have padded out compared to this Sonic 2. Let's be happy we're living in this timeline. I find it funny that gun is just a thing in the movies now. Like, that first movie was very clearly handled by a bunch of studio execs who knew nothing about the games, so I think it's cool that the military is just gun now. I also like how the leader from Gun is the same guy from the first movie. Like, when Tom referred to him as the Olive Garden guy, I just thought that was the funniest joke in the movie. And then later on, he makes a reference that'll send someone a gift card. I just like how the stupid Olive Garden product placement is just his character now. I really enjoyed the finale. I thought Robotnik making that huge egg robo was really epic looking. Jim Carrey was just having a blast during that scene. And the one surprise I was not expecting was seeing Supersonic. Like, yeah, the Master Emerald is in this world now, that's cool. And they even briefly showed the Chaos Emeralds in a flashback. But I was not expecting the Master Emerald to get shattered, and then the emeralds inside turned Sonic into Supersonic. I don't know why, I always thought that they were gonna save Supersonic for Sonic Movie 3. Like, maybe they're still gonna use Supersonic in the future, because after Sonic finished being Supersonic, the Chaos Emeralds just shot everywhere. Then when Knuckles rebuilt the Master Emerald, he didn't even have the Chaos Emeralds, it was just the Master Emerald without the emeralds inside them. So I guess Sonic Movie 3, Eggman's probably gonna, I don't know, go after the Chaos Emeralds. And of course, Sonic's gonna have to go race to get them again. But still, Supersonic was a very pleasant surprise. And I'm so glad I didn't get it spoiled. On my first viewing, I couldn't even believe they did that. Like, for lack of better words, it's so epic. Makes me wonder if they do Supersonic again in movie 3. Are they also gonna do Super Knuckles and maybe even Super Tails? Like, I think that would be really sick. I'm not sure if you guys saw that tweet going around, but someone made a really funny tweet where they said that they can't wait for Sonic Movie 3 when Robotnik says, "Agent Stone, have you seen Star Wars?" And Agent Stone would be like, "No, Doctor, I haven't." And then Jim Carrey Eggman's just like, "Well, this one will be new for you." Like, that tweet's way too accurate to how they'd actually write it, but at the same time, imagine a fucking Death Egg in movie 3. That would actually be pretty awesome. I'd love to see what crazy shit they could do with that. Okay, the post-credits scene. This was the thing that initially got me spoiled and made me want to watch that cam rip, but about the post-credits scene itself, it's interesting. Like, personally, I wouldn't have chose Shadow. I really wanted to see Metal Sonic at the end. But at the same time, I did like how they tried to establish that Project Shadow has been a thing for 50 years, which is pretty similar sounding to Shadow's backstory in SA2. So, I'm interested to see where it goes. Who knows, maybe they could work Metal Sonic in movie 3. Like, fuck it, if they're gonna do the Death Egg and Shadow, let Metal Sonic be there. Or hell, let Mecha Sonic be there. Go all out, end the trilogy perfectly. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, my top 2 picks for who I want to see voice Shadow in the sequel are Keanu Reeves or Tom Hardy. Either one of those two. But then again, if they could cast someone as perfect as Idris Elba for Knuckles, I'm sure they won't fuck up casting Shadow. Please don't fuck this up. And those are my first impressions of the second Sonic movie. Obviously, just like the first movie, in the future, I do want to do a more in-depth review of the movie. Basically just go down the list of all the references and whatnot, give a more thorough look at the movie. But for my first impressions, I really like the second Sonic movie, and I hope it is successful like the first movie was, if not more. Paramount did announce that they are working on a third Sonic movie, and even a Knuckles spin-off, which sounds pretty fun. But at the same time, I really hope the second Sonic movie is successful. If you liked the first movie, then go check this one out. If you especially like the games, go see it. And basically, this movie lived up to my expectations. Like, I think in my first impressions video, I mentioned something about how I wanted the second movie to build up on the first movie more, and also maybe add in a bit more of the lore from the games, and that's exactly what the second movie did. So I guess until my actual reviews of the movies, I'll say go see Sonic 2, I hope it's a success, can't wait to see what's in the third one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.